going on, my good people? Out on my morning walk, man. Got some people out here today walking with me. How beautiful it is out here today, man. It's beautiful like this, man. Gotta get outside, man. Pay yourself. You pay everybody else, you paid all your bills. Get outside and pay yourself. Yes, sir. So, yeah, man. What I want to talk about today, man, it's a quote that I posted from one of my favorite books. And I said, man, I need to discuss that with my people, man. Get them some of my energy today. Let them know how I feel about this particular topic. And the topic is, or the quote was from a book that I love. It is my favorite book. It's called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And in that book, he's having a discussion with the devil. And, so he met the devil and he asked, and the devil said, if you call me your majesty, you can ask me any question and I'll give you an accurate answer. And so he wrote this book a long time ago, but he never published it because his wife said it would get them in a lot of trouble, especially for that time. And so the family released the book, I believe, way later after he passed on. But the quote is, a man that is not master of himself can never be master of others. I believe that. I believe that with my whole heart. A man that is not master of himself can never be master of others. So, have you ever been in management and the manager didn't know what the hell was going on? They didn't really know their job. They had a great resume, but when it came to actual doing the work, these people were actually terrible. And they actually mismanaged themselves out of a job, because a person that is not master of themselves cannot master anybody else. If you ain't on your stuff, if you don't know what you're doing, everybody else is in chaos. Let's say you're a man and you got put over a household, correct? You got put over a household. But you don't know nothing about responsibility. So you take your check and you go bust it down at the bar. You find a chick at the bar and you bust it down with her. And so you done bust down some of your check before you even go spend something with your family. So the family lose some of that financial energy that you have or had, because you need to go please your senses. Because a man that is not master of his body, he definitely can't be a master of nobody else. Absolutely not. If you'll sell out everything for a woman, you are trash in the management department. That I can tell you. Because you're going to get ran. You're going to get ran like a brand new horse, a quarter horse. Oh, be like, that's going to be your ass getting ran. Because you're not a master of yourself. That's how it is, man. Like when you over a family, because I'm a married man now. I've been married for almost 5 years. And so I got a little bit of knowledge on this thing, just a little bit. But I learned that energy is everything, right? Energy is everything. So let's just say you got 100% energy. You are 100% energy, right? But you also got to understand, money is energy. Time is energy. So the money and the time, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. The money and time that you put into your family energizes the family, which actually lifts up the family. When you take this energy and you put it somewhere else outside of your family does not grow. So your family loses while you gain the world. And then your family go to shit. Because you was not mastering what was in front of you. What was your responsibility? You took that responsibility. You went to the store and you got that ring and you put it on that woman's face. You said, please, will you marry me? I really love you. And everybody was crying. You had a drone flying around. You had everything going on. But you ain't believe none of the words that was coming out your own mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, when they be saying for richer or poor, for sickness and health, boy, it's going to be so much happening in your marriage. It's going to be so much to happen in your marriage, man. And instead of taking your energy and attention because you don't want to deal with them problems in your house and running them down the street, that's not going to help your family come up with this energy that you have, this time, this money, these efforts, all this stuff that goes into building a family. Well, you want to take your a piece of your 100% and take it outside of your house. So outside of your house is doing fine, but your house is struggling. That's how it goes when you're not a master of yourself. Like when you don't have any sexual discipline. Woo! Boy, you like a house with no doors and no windows. That's what's saying in the Bible. That was Ecclesiastes. That was not me. It's Ecclesiastes. I don't know exactly where it's at, but I'm sure I can show it to you. If you don't have any discipline with your sexual parts, if you give your sexual parts to anybody who want it, you are not a master of yourself. You have zero self-discipline. Anybody can move you left or right. You have no sexual discipline. This is why I don't mess with men who don't have sexual discipline. They'll sell you out for a woman. Oh boy, let them be a beautiful woman come in their face. They'll sell you out fast. How can I sell him out to get a piece of this woman? You ain't got no discipline about yourself. You got to get on. They'll sell you out too fast because they want the cooch. Their whole dream in life is to have this woman and they can do all the sexual stuff with her. And they just think about sexual. You don't think about building with this woman. You don't think about providing for this woman, providing safety, security. You don't care about none of that shit. You just want to lay some dick. You get away from those people. They ain't no benefit to themselves because they're not masters of themselves. They're gonna sell themselves out. A woman that ain't never felt pretty, and women, they're all emotions. Women are all emotions. So when a woman feels, she feels, therefore she is. When she feels that you're not doing enough, so she run outside and go cheat, it's because she ain't have no discipline to have a conversation with you. No, I'm going to go outside and cheat because he makes me feel special. Not the person out there busting their ass for you. Nope. The efforts and the work, none of that counts. You going to have to... Man, here, don't start with me this morning. Look here. Have you ever, like for the men out there, have you ever dated a woman and went into her household and said, oh no, she's not a good manager? When I was seeing, I got to the point where I wanted to just date women with children. I don't know. Because I wanted to see what type of mother you was. Because the fruit, you can judge the fruit. That fruit is just like that tree. Like a good mom is a great nurturer. Can you see a child without nurture? Have you ever seen a child that hasn't got that mother side of nurturing? Oh, they be thinking they loving somebody so bad. They really be thinking they loving people. But the whole time they be tearing people up. They don't have no self-control with their mouth. You see, I just can't hold it. Everything that come to my mind, I have to say it. And then you done ruined all these relationships. And now you 40 years old and you talking about the problem at 40, when really the problem was at 25 to 35, or when you were screwing over everybody, and now you 40, and your life is in shambles, and we supposed to care? You wasn't master of yourself, dog. You thought screwing over people was okay. You used your mouth as a weapon. And now, you sitting here at an older age and you looking dusty with no options. Wasn't a master of yourself, dog. Before y'all get in these relationships that y'all say y'all want so doggone bad, learn to be a master of yourself first. Manage your household first. Men, learn how to provide a safe place for yourself first before you go out trying to look, okay. And it was crazy, bro, when I was single. And this is an example because telling people to be a master of themselves is very hard without giving them context. So let's say me, myself, let's talk about me. I feel I was a master dater, very good at dating. I was very good at looking at personalities of people. So when you're dating different women, you're looking at all of these personalities and you're seeing what you like and what you don't like. But I can't control everybody else, but I can control me. So I made sure I kept a clean house. Why did I keep a clean house? Because that's how I was raised. My mama raised me. My mama's name was like Queen Clean. Like that woman cleaned all day. Like if you came in there and left one dish in the sink, you gotta wash all of them dishes. Like them all your dishes. You left that one dish in the sink. Man, my mom will come wake you up at 7 o'clock in the morning if you left one dish in the sink. So for me, I learned how to keep a clean house. Kept a clean house. Women come in, they be like, damn, your house clean for a man. I'm like, what type of man is you dating? Ugh, don't keep his house clean? I would go to my homeboy's house, especially if they ain't clean. I'd be like, hey, man, you clean goddamn house up, broski. I'm gonna get on your ass, man, because I'm your friend. I love you. But keeping a clean house sets a standard for people when they walk in. They say, God damn, I gotta be on my game. Or a woman that don't clean, she gonna get up out your face. The other thing I learned how to do is cook. If I wanted a woman who cooked these gourmet meals, well, let me start cooking them myself. And if I learn how to cook them myself, guess what? Women gonna come in and eat that meal and they gonna say, damn, I need to step my game up. Or they gonna get the hell on. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be a master yourself. Everything that you're asking from the world, provide it and see what happens. Provide it for the world and see what happens. So I learned how to cook, learn how to clean, learn how to pay all my bills, learn how to be responsible. So I'm in step. You got to be in step. You can't get married and then say, okay, now I'm going to start doing this. Now I'm going to learn how to be take care of a household. Don't work like that. You're gonna struggle. Not only struggle, you probably gonna get divorced very, very fast because you're gonna get to a lot of uneasy arguments. Me and my wife have not argued in almost 5 years. We have not had one single argument in our marriage. And we have not had one single argument as when we were dating. You know why? Because we have conversations. We have communication. Most men get into marriages and cannot communicate. So they end up saying, I don't talk about this. And they run off. Problem's still there. You think you done ran off in this problem? You think you can run? You can't run. So when I was single, I was learning to communicate with who I was dating. All these different personalities. And I said, okay, from this personality, I'm always getting into this conversation. With this personality, I'm always getting into these conversations. It's setting a standard of communication. Man, communication is our biggest problems. But if you ain't handling your shit, I'm sure communication is a lot harder. If you are not handling your business, I'm sure communication is the hardest thing you struggling with. If you having financial problems in your marriage or your relationship, I can guarantee you your communication is not on point. Because it's very hard for a man to sit around and say, man, I'm really fucking up. I'm really not a master of myself and I don't know how to do this. Man, I really need some help. I ain't gonna go ask for it. Got that pride installed. Like a battery pack. Anyways, I just want to talk to y'all today, man, about mastering yourself, man, and being a master of yourself. Like, being an entrepreneur, this is you have to very much be a master of yourself, because then you have to hire people and they're going to be looking at you like, well, hell, you lazy as hell. I'm going to be lazy too. Like if I'm hard working, you have to get in there and work hard. But if you lazy, it's gonna be hard to keep up with this routine that I'm doing. Because you wasn't already a master at what you were saying that you could do. But if you're not a master, you need to be willing to be coachable and learn. Especially as an entrepreneur, man, you are the CEO. Like, you are in charge of marketing. You're in charge of logistics. You're in charge of operations. You're in charge of finance. You're in charge of, you're in charge of every damn thing. HR, you're in charge of everything. And you got to be a master of yourself, man, because something could get away from you really, really, really fast. Let's just say you got somebody else handling your finances. You don't know how to handle these finances. You say, I don't want to think about that. The problem, the finances are still there. You can say I don't see them, but the finances are still there. If you ignore them and somebody steal all your money, don't go running after them. You didn't want to see it. So when they saw your money and they said, well, what if I can see this better in my bank account? Don't get mad at them. You allowed the opportunity because you was not a master of yourself. Same thing with HR. Let's say you contract out your HR and somebody keep hiring bad people for you. And they not great fits for what you putting in. Is it HR's fault or is it your fault that you passed this off to them? Probably an HR company that didn't know your company like you knew your company and they weren't sending you correct people. You have to be a master of yourself, man. It's kind of a message I want to give today, man. A man that is not master of himself can never be master of others, man. It is no greater statement or quote than that.